The country house party had been a mistake, Zoë Benoît thought, as she said her good nights and went in search of her bedchamber. She had accepted the invitation, thinking there would be picnics, day trips, rides in the country, and so on. It was, after all, what she understood people did at house parties. Not this group. The guests were predominantly elderly people, and all they seemed to do was to sit and gossip, play cards, eat and snooze. So far, the only exercise the ladies had taken was to stroll in the gardens or down to the lake, where they watched the gentlemen fishing, which was all they did, apart from eat, drink, play cards and shoot. It was most frustrating. As for the handful of younger members of the party, she had very little in common with them. The girls were pleasant enough, but all they talked of was fashion, which was interesting enough, and gossip about people she didn't know. And the three young gentlemen? They were cronies of Monsieur Etienne, the son and heir, and the less said about him the better. The only reason she'd accepted the invitation was that she was sure she'd finally have the opportunity to visit her mother's former home, which was about 20 miles away, or perhaps 20 kilometres. The new French system of measuring everything in decimals was confusing. People chopped and changed from one system to the other, but it was not too far away, she was sure. Heavy footsteps sounded on the stairs behind her. Blast! She knew who it would be. She quickened her pace. Behind her, Etienne, the spoiled, indulged, and deeply irritating heir of Baron Treffier, quickened his pace. She could hear him puffing. Zoe's temper was at breaking point. 5 days she'd been at the Treffiers' country house party, and Etienne had spent 4.5 of them in hot and unwelcome pursuit of her, and not for the purpose of marriage either. He was already betrothed to the unfortunate young woman who'd sat through the house party pretending she hadn't noticed her fiancé's appalling behaviour. Had Zoe been in her position, she would not for a moment have put up with it. Not that she would have accepted him in the first place, fortune or not.